Listen carefully, because the truth I'm about to tell you might change the way you see every interaction with a man from this day forward. Too many people think desire is loud. Understand, they think if a man wants you, he'll shout it from the rooftops, flood your phone with messages, and make it obvious to the whole world. Damn it, but real feelings, real desire often move in silence. A man who secretly desires you'd always announce it. Instead, he sends signals, quiet, subtle signals that reveal exactly what's going on inside his mind. If you pay attention, you'll see them. And by the time we finish here today, you'll understand 6 powerful signals men send when they secretly desire you. Let's start with the first signal. One of the clearest silent signals a man sends when he secretly desires you is the way his attention shifts the moment you walk into the room. It's not something he plans, and often he doesn't even realize he's doing it. A man may be completely engaged in a conversation with friends, focused on his phone, or busy with something important. When the woman he secretly desires appears, something inside him naturally redirects his focus. His eyes may lift almost automatically, even if he tries to hide it. Attraction has a powerful way of pulling a person's awareness towards someone who captures their interest. This shift in attention often shows through body language before any words are spoken. His posture might straighten, his expression might change, or he might suddenly become more aware of how he looks and behaves. Sometimes he will glance at you more than once, even if he quickly looks away to avoid making it obvious. That's because when a man is secretly drawn to someone, his mind keeps returning to that person without conscious effort. It's like a quiet magnet pulling his attention in your direction. You might also notice that he becomes more alert to everything you do. If you laugh across the room, he may look up to see what made you smile. If you start a conversation with someone nearby, he may listen more closely than usual. These reactions happen because when a man desires someone, he naturally becomes curious about their presence, their mood, and their energy. He wants to observe, understand, and feel connected, even if he hasn't expressed feelings out loud. What makes this signal powerful? That attention is one of the most valuable things a person can give in a world full of distractions. People rarely focus on someone unless that person genuinely matters to them. When a man consistently notices you, reacts to your presence, and subtly tracks your movements in a room, it often reveals an unspoken level of interest. Sometimes he may try to hide it by acting casual, continuing his conversation, or pretending he didn't notice you at all. But even then, small details give him away. His eyes may return to you again. His body might angle slightly in your direction, or he may become more aware of everything happening around you. These quiet changes are not accidents. They're standard. They are natural responses that happen when someone captures a man's attention in a deeper way than he expected. Another powerful silent signal a man sends when he secretly desires you is the way he remembers the small details about you. Many people hear things during conversations, but they don't always truly listen. However, when a man feels a genuine attraction towards someone, his mind begins to hold on to the little things she says, often without even trying. These details may seem ordinary or unimportant at first, but the fact that he remembers them later reveals how much attention he has been paying. For example, you might casually mention your favorite food, a movie you love, or a place you've always wanted to visit. Days or even weeks later, he brings it up again. Maybe he suggests going somewhere similar, or he remembers exactly what you said about it. To you, it may feel surprising because the moment seemed small when you first shared it, but to him, it stayed in his mind because he values what you say and wants to understand you better. This kind of attention shows emotional investment. When a man secretly desires you, your words carry more weight to him than those of most people around him. He doesn't just hear your stories and opinions, he stores them. Your experiences, preferences, and even your small habits become pieces of a puzzle he is quietly trying to understand. In his mind, the more he learns about you, the closer he feels to you. Remembering small things also allows him to connect with you in meaningful ways later. He might bring up something you once said just to make you smile or to continue a conversation you started earlier. These moments may appear simple. I didn't understand it, but they reveal that he has been paying attention long after the conversation ended. It shows that your presence lingers in his thoughts, even when you are not around. Another reason this signal is important is because remembering details requires genuine interest. People rarely commit small information to memory unless they truly care about the person sharing it. A man who secretly desires you often becomes more attentive to the things that make you unique. He notices how you react to certain situations, what makes you happy, and even what makes you uncomfortable. Over time, this attention to detail becomes a quiet form of admiration. He begins to understand your personality, your likes and dislikes, and the little things that shape who you are. Without saying anything directly about his feelings, he shows his interest through memory and attentiveness. These small moments reveal that you are not just another conversation in his day, but someone who has captured a deeper place in his thoughts and attention. Another silent signal a man often sends when he secretly desires you is the way he finds reasons to be around you. This behavior may appear casual on the surface, but when you observe it closely, you begin to notice a pattern. A man who feels drawn to someone naturally wants to spend more time in their presence. Even if he hasn't admitted his feelings yet, his actions slowly start creating opportunities for him to be near you more often. Sometimes it shows up in small, everyday situations. He might choose to seat closer to you in a group setting, or he might suddenly appear in places where you often spend time. If you mention an activity you enjoy, he might show interest in joining or learning more about it. These actions may not seem dramatic, but they are rarely random. When someone secretly desires you, understand it. Their mind looks for simple ways to remain connected to your space. One reason this happens is because proximity creates comfort and familiarity. The more time a person spends around someone they admire, the more natural the connection begins to feel. For a man who hasn't openly expressed his feelings yet, being near you allows him to observe you, understand you better, and slowly build a connection without pressure. It becomes his quiet way of staying involved in your world. You might also notice that he often offers help when you need something. If you mention a problem, he may quickly volunteer assistance or show up with a solution. Understand it. This isn't always about the task itself. It's about the opportunity it creates to spend time with you. Helping you becomes a natural excuse for him to remain close and interact with you more frequently. Another interesting part of this signal is how effortless it can appear. He might act as if it just happened that way, like it's a coincidence that he's around when you are. But when these moments repeat again and again, they begin to reveal a deeper intention. People usually invest their time where their interest lies, and when someone consistently chooses to place themselves near you, it often means your presence has become important to them. Being around you also allows him to feel your energy and enjoy your company, even if the interaction is simple or brief. Sometimes it's just a conversation, a shared laugh, or a few moments in the same environment. But for someone who secretly desires you, those moments hold value. Without saying anything directly, he creates chances to stay connected, showing through his actions that being near you is something he genuinely wants. Another quiet but powerful signal a man sends when he secretly desires you is the way he begins to protect you in subtle ways. Protection does not always mean dramatic actions or obvious displays of strength. Often it appears in small behaviors that reveal how much he cares about your well-being. When a man feels a deep attraction towards someone, a natural instinct inside him awakens, the desire to make sure that person feels safe, respected, and comfortable. You might notice this in simple situations. For example, if you are walking together in a crowded place, he may position himself slightly closer to you or walk on the side nearest to traffic. These actions may seem ordinary, but they often happen automatically when a man feels responsible for someone's safety. He may not even realize he's doing it. It's simply a reflection of the care he feels. Didn't understand. Another sign appears in the way he reacts when someone treats you poorly. A man who secretly desires you usually becomes more attentive when he senses disrespect or negativity directed toward you. His tone might change, his posture may become more serious, or he may quietly step in to shift the situation. He might not start a confrontation, but his presence becomes firm and supportive. This behavior shows that he values your dignity and wants to ensure you are treated the way you deserve. Protection can also appear in emotional ways. He may check on you after a difficult day or ask if you arrived home safely after going somewhere. These small gestures may seem simple, but they reveal a deeper level of concern. When a man consistently makes sure you are okay, it often means your well-being matters to him more than he openly admits. This instinct is closely connected to admiration and respect. When a man truly values someone, he doesn't just focus on attraction. He begins to care about how that person experiences the world. He wants to reduce your stress, support you during challenges, and make sure you feel comfortable in situations where you might otherwise feel uncertain. What makes this signal powerful is that it rarely comes with loud declarations. Instead, it appears through steady, thoughtful actions that reveal his priorities. He may not say directly that he desires you, but the way he watches out for you shows a deeper emotional investment. Over time, these protective behaviors create a sense of trust and security. You begin to notice that he pays attention to your comfort and safety even when no one else does. Without announcing his feelings, he quietly shows that your well-being matters to him in a meaningful way. Another silent signal a man often sends when he secretly desires you is the nervous energy he shows around you. This might seem surprising at first, especially if he normally appears confident, relaxed, or socially comfortable. But when a man is around someone he truly desires, his emotions can create a kind of pressure inside him. Suddenly, he becomes more aware of his words, his actions, and how he might be perceived. That awareness can cause small signs of nervousness that reveal how much your opinion matters to him. You might notice this in the way he speaks. Sometimes he may stumble over his words or pause before finishing a sentence. He might start saying something, stop, and then rephrase it as if he is trying to make sure he says the right thing. These moments often happen because he wants to impress you or avoid saying that could make him look foolish. The desire to be seen positively in your eyes creates a level of self-consciousness that wasn't there before. His body language may also show subtle signs of nervous energy. He might adjust his clothing, fix his posture, or smooth his hair when you are nearby. These small actions often happen without him realizing it. They are quick attempts to make sure he looks presentable and confident in your presence. Even men who usually appear calm can suddenly become more aware of how they stand, move, or gesture when someone they desire is around. Another sign can appear in his reactions during conversations. He may laugh a little more than usual at your jokes or react quickly to things you say. Sometimes he might seem slightly restless, shifting his position or moving his hands more than he normally would. This doesn't mean he is uncomfortable with you. Rather, it often means your presence creates excitement and emotional tension at the same time. Nervous energy can also appear in moments of silence. A man who secretly desires you might struggle with knowing when to speak or what to say next because he wants the interaction to go well. Didn't understand it. He may be thinking more carefully about his responses than he does with other people. That extra thought comes from a place of genuine interest and the hope that the connection between you continues to grow. These small signs of nervousness reveal something important. They show that your presence has emotional impact. When a man is completely indifferent, he behaves naturally without worrying about impressions. But when he secretly desires you, your opinion suddenly carries weight, and that awareness creates those supple moments where his confidence mixes with excitement and anticipation. The sixth silent signal a man often sends when he secretly desires you is the way he celebrates your success as if it were his own. This may not always appear in loud or dramatic ways, but it becomes clear through the genuine happiness he shows when good things happen in your life. When a man truly admires and desires someone, her achievements and progress start to matter deeply to him. Instead of feeling distant or competitive, he becomes supportive and proud of what she accomplishes. You may notice this when you share good news with him, whether it is something big like reaching an important goal or something small like having a great day. His reaction often feels sincere and enthusiastic. He may smile widely, ask questions, or show real curiosity about how it happened. His excitement doesn't feel forced or polite, it feels natural. That genuine response is a sign that your happiness has become meaningful to him. A man who secretly desires you often pays attention to the effort behind your success as well. He might remember something you're working hard on and later ask how it turned out. When he sees you succeed, he recognizes the dedication it took and acknowledges it. These reactions show that he has been observing your journey and quietly cheering for you along the way. Another way this signal appears is through encouragement. When you talk about your ambitions or dreams, he listens carefully and responds with support. He may remind you of your strengths or express confidence in your abilities. Instead of discouraging you or downplaying your goals, he motivates you to keep moving forward. This kind of encouragement often comes from a place of admiration and respect. His pride in your achievements can also be visible when you are around other people. Sometimes he may mention something positive about you in conversation or highlight something you did well. He doesn't do it to gain attention for himself, but because he genuinely appreciates what you have accomplished. Seeing you succeed gives him a sense of happiness because he values you and wants others to recognize your strengths too. What makes this signal powerful is that it shows emotional investment beyond simple attraction. A man who secretly desires you doesn't just focus on how you look or how you make him feel in the moment. He cares about your growth, your goals, and the direction your life is moving in. Your progress becomes something he celebrates because your happiness and success begin to matter to him in a real and personal way. So the next time you wonder whether a man secretly desires you, stop looking only for loud declarations. Watch the details. Watch the consistency. Watch how he behaves when he thinks no one is paying attention. Because the truth is simple. When a man truly desires you, his actions start speaking long before his words ever do.